This is Twan, and guess what? It is September 2023. And guess what I'm making? A Merlin crab soup. Homemade, of course. This is going to be an easy, delicious recipe. But guess what, folks? This video is in collaboration with Mennonite Farmhouse on YouTube. Make sure you check them out. They're hosting a live stream giveaway on October 7th. All you got to do is leave a thoughtful, heartfelt comment on the videos. And guess what? There will be a new soup video every day this month of September. Now, all of the ingredients and the measurements will be in the description for you to follow. Now, this is not no ordinary Merlin style crab soup. I am actually putting my soup inside of a bread bowl. Now, you can use a regular bowl if you want, but you know I want to take it up another level and put it in that good old bread bowl. That looks amazing. Now, this soup recipe is going to be easy, so follow me. Peeled whole tomatoes, fire roasted diced tomatoes. Guess what? You will need some beef broth. You see that? Some Old Bay seasoning. It cannot be a Merlin soup without Old Bay seasoning. Now, you got to get your vegetable soup mix. Now, I'll leave that up to you, but mine actually have some okra in it. So, go ahead and take a screenshot of that. Can't forget the Merlin style crab, just like that. And I'm going to go ahead and add some claw meat. So, I have regular crab meat and claw meat, okay? Now, I am going to go ahead and take my whole tomatoes and I'm going to put it in a bowl just like that. Now, you want to get the stem out of the tomatoes just like that. Make sure you get a fork and take that out. Don't leave that in there. Now, get your knife. Cut the tomatoes into nice bite-sized pieces. We want them to reduce nicely, but the whole tomatoes will be too large just to leave into the soup, okay? Now, go ahead and get your stock pot or a Dutch oven, whatever you have in the kitchen. You just need something large enough to make the soup. I'm going to put this on medium-high heat. I want to reduce this into a nice soup, okay? I want the tomatoes to get soft, and I want to bring out the flavors in the tomatoes along with my fire roasted diced tomatoes, okay? So we have our plain tomatoes, our fire roasted diced tomatoes, and then beef broth that's going to enhance the flavor just like that. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and add that. Medium high heat. We want everything to come together into a nice boil, and then we're going to simmer it out. Okay, now you do need to dilute it with some water. Okay, now the secret ingredient, hot sauce. I'm using OLD BAY hot sauce. This is a Merlin crab soup, right? So good old OLD BAY hot sauce from Merlin. Gotta add that. Now this is my vegetable mix. I got right out the freezer section. Is a Kroger brand. Go whatever brand you like. Takes a hassle out of cutting the vegetables up individually, okay? Go ahead and stir to combine, and you want your heat to be on medium around this time, okay? Because we're going to simmer the sauce out, and we want everything to combine nicely. So I'm going to stir to combine. Now listen, taste test as you go. If you want some more seasoning, add some more seasoning. This is your recipe. Remember, it's September. Now, I kicked it up with a tad bit more of OLD BAY seasoning. Since I have the hot sauce in there, I don't want too much seasoning, all right? So now it's coming to a boil. This is the point where I'm adding the crab meat. So this is my regular lump crab meat, and I'm going to go ahead and stir that in just like that. But guess what? We can't forget the claw meat. Yes, claw meat has a different texture and taste to it, so it's good to have both in there. Remember, it's your recipe, and all of the ingredients will be in the description for you to follow for the September recipe, okay? So I'm going to break out those lumps of the crab meat, and I'm going to stir to combine just like that, and I'm going to let this simmer on out. And guess what? You don't need to let it go for a long time. Just let it simmer on out, okay? Now, I know you're going to ask, 30 minutes or medium is all you're going to need for your Merlin style crab soup, okay? Now let's go to our bread. Now get you a sourdough roll or Italian bowl just like that. You just want to go ahead and cut the top off just like that, and we're just going to cut out the center, not a lot. We don't want the soup to leak through the bread, okay? That's very important. So you want to cut out just enough so you want to have a nice padded side and a padded bottom, so that way when you put the soup inside of this bowl, it does not leak out. We don't want a mess, okay? So I'm taking just a tad bit out. I got a nice padding on the side, and guess what? I got a little hat for it, just like that. Now it's been 30 minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys. Look how everything comes together. It's amazing. Look at that Merlin style crab soup. You see all that crab meat. Now listen, I'm heavy handed with the crab now. It was 10 out of 10. But listen, I'm fast forward into the end of the video. Let me finish this first. Okay, so I got my bread bowl. Now I'm going to go ahead and put the soup inside of the bread bowl. Remember, you need a padded bottom and a padded side because it will leak if you cut out too much of the bread in the middle. Okay, so this is going to be a nice heavy and hearty Merlin style crab soup, perfect for soup timber. It is fall coming up, okay? So we want to go ahead and make sure we get that good old warm feeling in the inside when we have our first bite of the soup, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and put that in a bowl, and I'm gonna make sure I get a nice bit of that crab meat, okay? As you can see, nothing is leaking out, and I'm actually putting more of that soup base right inside of my bread bowl with that nice hearty filling. Now, this is completely optional. You can take some good old butter and some garlic, some minced garlic, and just go ahead and brush the sides of the bread bowl just like that, just for another level of flavor. Now, that's completely optional, but look, we cannot forget good old butter and bread. Listen, butter and bread is so simple but so amazing. Now we cannot forget the green magic dust, better known as parsley. Go ahead and make it look pretty. Put it on the edge of the bowl with that butter, just like that. And you have your Merlin style crab soup, but in a bread bowl. Look at that. Now it's time to give this a taste test, and once again, shout out to Mennonite Farmhouse on YouTube for this amazing collaboration, and check out the playlist for all the submissions for the best soup timber ever. Now look at this Merlin style crab soup. Nice, heavy, and hearty. Thank you guys for watching. I'm going to finish eating this, and until next time, see you later.